Cher here, and welcome back to part 2 of the Back to the Billboards lineup of 2018. Now, I'll be frank here. Though I did find a lot of good material from the last video, which seems to be getting good praise, there are still a collection of, well, this clip will explain it. Is anyone else kind of glad that 2018 was over? There you have it. This is like my third year or so of doing these types of videos, and I've come to a conclusion about this decade in particular. We have hit the road where pop music is most likely at its down point. I wish I was exaggerating. My worst list actually took me longer to figure out than the best list because there were so many songs that were repetitive and boring that I wish I could add them all to this video. And you'll never guess which genre had the most of these bad songs.
Kotoura-san?
As I say, if you don't want me to make fun of your favorite genre, don't let that be the most popular genre of music to date. This is the top 13 worst pop songs of 2018. Hey look, another Selena Gomez song that no one cares about.
I know I'd go back to you.
Selena is that type of singer that fits into the tries to be sexy but can't because all we can think about is Disney Channel category. So whenever I hear her singing about trying to be grown-up topics, I just think of a teenager trapped in an adult's body. She tries to sound grown-up, but Selena still sounds like a teenager basically. Disney Selena, and that annoys me to the very core. Okay, I know this song originally was made purposely for a specific extra controversial TV show that's on Netflix right now, but I can't help but think about, every time I listen to this, that Selena still has regrets for not staying with that jerkwad of a boyfriend that she keeps having an on and off relationship with.
Stop it. Get some help.
Furthermore, am I the only person who finds it utterly ironic that Selena had another one of her seizures after she found out that Justin and Hailey were married? Now granted, I am not making fun of this, because conditions like the one that Selena has are absolutely nothing to make fun of, and I would be absolutely sadistic if I tried to make a joke out of this. But I will say, the timing was incredibly bad. And if you guys are thinking that the only reason why I put this song on the list is because of the whole Justin Bieber thing, I will say, that scenario is only half of the reasons. The other half involves Selena just being boring. I never really cared for Selena's music, not even when her first album came out with The Scene. She never had the voice that was appealing to me. She never had the attitude that was appealing to me. Back to You is just more proof of how Selena wants people to still like her, even though the more reason why she got famous in the first place was not because of Wizards of Waverly Place, but it was because of her past relationships with this moron.
Slide on the pimp gang with my pinky ring. Lot of gang, lot of bitches in the icy chain. While you claim that you rich, that's a false claim. I'll be straight to the whip, no baggage claim.
Yes, the sole reason why I put the song on this list is because Tyga is still a disgustingly talentless human being, and I still have no idea how he got famous in the first place. Okay, I'm still recovering from the R. Kelly documentary. I don't need a reminder here. Hey guys, I'm about to show you a tune that just proves how horrible of a human being Drake is.
I'm upset. 50,000 on my head is disrespect.
No Not that I didn't think that Drake was a horrible human being before, but this really brings out his true colors into the limelight. And I hate it that this was the one song that does the trick. Really though, the parts I do have to play will prove my points.
Every month, I'm supposed to pay her bills and get her what she want. I still got like 7 years of doing what I want. My dad still got child support from 1991.
And we can only assume now it'll be the father-son treatment that Drake will give his child in the upcoming years. Moving on. Not only does this song have a hideous singles cover to look at, but by birthright, I put this song on here to spare ourselves the torture of looking it up in the future.
You stick out of the crowd, baby, it's a no-brainer. It ain't the hard to choose. Him or me, be for real, baby, it's a no-brainer.
This song did horribly this year, and for good reason.
You're looking at the truth, the money never lie, no. I'm the one, yeah, I'm the one. You got your mind on loose. Go hard and watch the sunrise. One night it changed your whole life.
It's I'm the One done absolutely worse, which I did not think is possible. It's lazy, it's broken, and everyone sounds bored out of their wits because they'd rather be somewhere else. Seriously, you have everyone on the project again except for Lil Wayne. Because God knows Lil Wayne makes the worst guest raps possible, and DJ Khaled finally learned his lesson the first time. Or the first 100th. But back to the board comment. Quavo, Chance, and Justin all act like they really don't want to be there. Just listen to their verses and tell me that I'm wrong.
Mama told you don't talk to strangers. Mama, but when you run in that drop, you can't explain it.
Don't look rich, I ain't got no chain. Not on the list, I ain't got no name. But we in it, bitch, I'm not no lame.
Your presence is critical. Moving my soul, yeah, you're spiritual. They hate it when you notice me. Make everybody else invisible.
It's like they'd rather watch paint dry than re-record I'm the One. And that's saying something. In their own elements, these people do way more better jobs. Just watch.
What do you mean? Oh, when you nod your head yes, but you wanna say no. What do you mean?
Kicked off my shoes, stripped acid in the rain. Wore my jacket as a cape and my umbrella as a cane.
She gon' strip it down for a thug, yeah.
Strip it down.
Word around town, she got the buzz, yeah. 5 shots in, she in love now.
Okay, out of everyone in the combo, Quavo is still not in a good spot as a solo rapper, but at the very least he's trying. Listening to a DJ Khaled song is like rewatching that scene from The Little Mermaid where King Triton is getting his soul sucked out in order to save Ariel from Ursula. It's like DJ Khaled brings in these artists and he's sucking the life out of them, giving them no substance. And I know that's not true. They do have substance. There are so many popular artists that did so much better before featuring on a DJ Khaled song. It proves my point, right? Not every artist DJ Khaled gets is bad. Far from it from the evidence I just showed you. However, Khaled makes them bad somehow, and I still have yet to figure out what it is. Does DJ Khaled write their verses for them? Is it because the beats make it impossible to write verses and choruses for? It's a mystery I can't solve. Do I really have to explain why this is on here?
God's plan. God's plan. I hold back sometimes I won't. Yeah. I feel good sometimes I don't. Hey.
I hate the fact that this song went to the number 1 on this chart. I hate the fact that this part was even more famous, even greater.
She say, do you love me? I tell her only partly. I only love my bed and my mom. I'm sorry.
I already talked about this song in my reviews, so I'm not gonna go too deep into this. But really, this single was just proof that Drake was starting to sell out. Well, not starting to sell out, but it was really starting to show. Like, I'm not saying that Drake was talented before, but this really tops the cake even going further beyond the whole Lil Wayne catchphrase of best rapper alive.
Hey, bad bitches wanna be my babe. Hey, hold me down like the CIA. Hey, side of my car trying to see my face. Hey.
Did these people have any idea that a lemon is a nickname for a car that just doesn't work and someone sold it to you lying about its condition? Plus, if they're so rich, why would they be dumb enough to buy a lemon car in the first place? I'd rather have them rap about fancy cars that work than cars that don't. In fact, do I really feel like commenting on a song about a lemon car? No. The answer is no.
Fuck this shit, I'm out. Nope. Aquel día te vi y tu energía sentí. Desde eso no te quiero lejos de mí.
This is an absolute nothing song. And no wonder it got famous in the United States. If the rest of the Latin pop community didn't like it, make sure that you throw it to the dumb Americans who don't care about the Spanish language. If it has a beat to dance to, even if it sounds like it's in negative timing measures, it's bound to be a hit.
Estamos claros ya.
Oh no.
I don't know if I should be either dancing to this or awkwardly marching. I'm not going to bother translating the lyrics either. I looked them up before making this video, and the song is your typical club jamming and flirting with the lady shtick. There is nothing worth noting. Look, you don't have to understand the full language to understand what boredom sounds like, and Nicky Jam sounds bored out of his wits. Thank God it deserved the rating that it did get for the year end, because this was literally a throwaway for the radio. Nice try, music industry, but you didn't win me over. I really don't want to talk about the song again, but I don't have a choice here.
So why Girls Like You?
Spent 24 hours, I need more hours with you.
Todd in the Shadows put this song as the worst song of 2018, to which I personally and completely disagree with. I still agree that Girls Like You is the worst song that Maroon 5 has ever recorded in the history of man, and I stated my reasons in the review for this too, so I'm not going to rehash just for the sake of your sanities. And if you do want to watch those reviews, the links are in the description box below. Hashtag shameless plug. I will say this, because time did pass since I did this review of Girls Like You. It's definitely bad, but if there's one thing that was redeemable, it was the instrumental track. It sounds like it could have worked, but it was made worse by Levine's now annoying voice. And this part of the instrumental is my favorite, actually. Yes, that actually works. That could make a really nice tune. Sadly, both Adam Levine and Cardi B destroyed it because they basically don't care enough to save it. Oh, forgive me. Zombie Levine and Cardi B destroyed it. Okay, I actually could not choose which song was worse because I was so frustrated at both of them equally, so I decided to put both of them on the list. Why? Because this is my list and I can do whatever I want with it.
Damn, I ain't be going psycho. Lil' mama bad like Michael. Can't really trust nobody with all this jewelry on you. You probably think that you are better now, better now. You only say that cause I'm not around, not around.
If Todd was right about one thing, this was the year of Post Malone, because he had a few more songs other than this one that made it on the Billboard charts. I didn't put those songs on the list because they were kinda too meh or decent for this. They were still less annoying than Psycho and Better Now. So basically, Psycho is still your typical brag rap from this entire decade, but it tries to use the word like it means something. When I hear the word psycho, I think of this. or this? Or just death metal in general? Why? Because, well, death metal is death metal. Post Malone's Psycho is the most boring sound that tries to make use of the word psycho.
Right, be going psycho, lil' mama bad like Michael. Can't really trust nobody with all this jewelry on you. My roof look like a no-show, got diamonds by the bolo.
But while Psycho is boring, Better Now is kind of the worser offender of the two.
Better now, I only say that cause you're not around.
Yes, it's also boring, but its message is also skewed to try to make it sound like a depressing breakup song that Post Malone is supposed to mean until you hear this.
I did not believe that it would end, no. Everything came second to the benzo.
You see that? That's a stupid bitch.
You put drugs before her. What did you think was going to happen? But that's not the worst part that rubs me off the wrong way. In all honesty, I could care less about that part. It's the chorus. Post Malone tried to be creative with it to make it seem like both parties would hurt in some way. Here's part one.
You probably think that you are better now, better now. You only say that cause I'm not around, not around. You know I never meant to let you down, let you down.
And here's part two.
You know I said that I am better now, better now. I only say that cause you're not around, not around. You know I never meant to let you down, let you down.
So, the first part is saying that the girl is too happy that they broke up, so Post Malone is accusing her of being heartless. And then the second part is saying, or pointing Post Malone as being the butthurt victim of a relationship, but his girlfriend basically left him for the reason that he could do all the drugs that he wants. So the question becomes, why does Post Malone care? Overall, these are both the songs that definitely show Malone at his worst. Not at most meh. It also shows how much I hate the style of rapping / singing. You know, the type that makes you think that they're about to fall asleep because they're too drunk or too high to process actual thought. It's not even real vocals, it's just an excuse to call it art for the sake of making these pathetic pop songs these days.
Did somebody mention art?
Now that I think about it, I'm starting to regret giving Rockstar any praise at all. Ugh. This year was full of useless whining. And it's no surprise to me that it mostly came from men.
I still see your shadows in my room. Can't take back the love that I gave you. It's to the point why I love and I hate you.
Also, dare I mention that I don't think this song went through any drafting because it's clear this guy doesn't know what lucid dreaming means. Lucid dreams are dreams where you are aware that you are dreaming and you can basically control it. Juice WRLD says,
I have these lucid dreams where I can't move a thing.
Which is the total opposite of what the real definition in which I just said is.
You see that? That's a stupid bitch.
I have a really good feeling that when Juice WRLD was writing this song, he heard the term lucid dreaming somewhere and he thought it was so cool that he wanted to insert it into the song to sound intelligent without even really looking at what it means. I'm looking at you, Joel.
The people selling thoughtlessness with such casualty.
I'm just hoping that this guy is a one-hit wonder because I do not want to hear from him ever again for as long as I live. Oh, and for the record, I had never heard this song on the radio. The first time I ever heard this was through music reviews and the top 10 lists from 2018. Take that with a pinch of salt. I'm really starting to think that the term freestyle is just an excuse to release crappy music these days.
The dash is digi, the schedule busy. My head in a hoodie, my shorty a goodie. My cousins are crazy, my cousins like boogie. Life is amazing, it is what it should be. Been here for 10, but I feel like a rookie.
Remember when I said earlier that I didn't feel like commenting on Lemon was going to be useful? Well, when you have a song so much lacking in force such as this, my feelings are just as mutual. If you want to know why this song's bad, listen to it yourself. I just don't feel like it. Again, the picks were so bad that I couldn't choose which one was worse. So again, I did both because in my mind, I kept questioning, how on God's earth did this guy get considered to be the next Jay-Z?
It's fucking Treyway, King New York, looking for the queen.
You got the right one.
Niggas envy, Blicky got the stiffy, got the blicky, drumming, flippy,
Ladies and gentlemen, the next little pump. The rapper no one ever asked for, even if you dangled $1 million in their face. But first, let's talk about his first song, Fifi, if you can even call it that. My first sign of problems was when I saw that Nicki Minaj was on the track. You know it's gonna be bad when Nicki Minaj stoops down her talent yet again for a nobody rapper that everyone will forget when the 2020s come around. However, I'm not here to talk about Minaj for once. Her fame has been kinda dwindling since the last year, so there's basically no point. No, I'm gonna talk about this tattooed face white ripoff of XXXTentacion 6ix9ine, or 6ix9ine, as people can accidentally pronounce him as.
That she a Fifi, honey, Kiki, she eat my dick like it's free. I don't even know like why I did that. I don't even know like why I hit that.
So for those of you who don't know exactly what this means, let me look it up for y'all, because I'm not so sure myself. Gee, I wonder where I've heard this before. If you're meaning to tell me that this is creative by any means, sorry pal, all the other sexist artists beat you to it. And then there's the other song that makes me want to go deaf just after hearing it, Gummo.
Pop these niggas like a willy nigga, you a silly nigga, in the hole with them Billy niggas and them Hoover niggas.
This is not a song. This is a screaming rant from a talentless hack. Also, this rapper is white, if you didn't hear me mention it already, and he uses the N-word more than Chris Brown, Migos, or basically any other black rapper alive, and that makes me extremely uncomfortable. You, sir, have no right to use that word in any context. Can this guy just go away, and can we make sure he doesn't come back for 2019? I would hate to make you guys suffer even more, but here are the honorable mentions. The songs that didn't quite make this list, but I just couldn't ignore them.
Plug up. Plug. I don't even understand how the fuck my plug talk. Pick him up in a space coupe, I don't let my Kiki. Do you love me? Are you riding? Say you never ever leave from beside me.
This song is not good, and I hate that it got popular because of a meme dance.
Spotlight, moonlight, and white tripping Mariah. Sure look good in the moonlight.
Can we not, please?
Dirty looks from your mother. Never seen you in a dress that color, no.
Why does Adam sound like he always has to be drunk when he sings songs like this? Secondly, why does it sound like that Adam is crashing his ex-girlfriend's wedding?
Wait, can you turn around? Can you turn around? Just wait. Can we cut this out? Can we work this out? Just wait.
This isn't Shrek, Levine. Fiona doesn't love you in this story. Also, your cover art is pathetic.
My bitch drive a all white rank. Couldn't hit it if you niggas had ain't.
I didn't care enough to put this on the main list.
Going to the jeweler, bust the AP, yeah. Sliding on the water like a jet ski, yeah. I'm trying
tryna fuck you and your bestie, yeah.
I didn't care even further to put this on the main list.
They sing for the best. My reputation's never been worse, so you must like me for me.
Sure, Taylor, you keep telling yourself that.
Met a man wearing a t-shirt said Virginia's for lovers. Had a Bible in his left hand and a bottle in the other.
Wow, for a song that's about getting along with people, it doesn't even really talk about it.
Gucci gang, 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 Gucci gang. Spread their racks on new chain.
If it exists, it remains.
Mercy, why you gotta show up looking so good just to hurt me?
Sing like I backstabbed you. The more I listen to it, the more sexist it sounds. For the record, this song did not make it onto the 2018 list because it came too late in the year to really get radio play. I just thought I'd put it on here just to remind you of how bad it is.
Thank you, next, thank you, next, thank you, next.
If this makes it on the 2019 list, I cannot wait to tear it apart because of the one line that made every single vein in my wrists boil.
God forbid something happens. At least this song is a smash.
Oh, this is it, folks. Everything in my adult life has led up to this very exact moment. If you thought one of 6ix9ine's songs was going to be the #1 choice, that wouldn't be a wrong assumption, but unfortunately it is the wrong assumption here. Many people that I've watched videos of who did these top 10 lists decided to put this song not at #1 because they say it's not as terrible as it could have been. Oh no. I listened to the whole song in full, and it is as bad as it is. And I say that it deserves the #1 spot. Prepare yourselves, people. We are in for a wild Disney remake ride.
Lil Dicky.
I would do a checklist on what makes this song so terrible. However, I would not get monetized if come to the chance because I'd play the whole thing. Out of all the people this nobody rapper chose to want to live in the shoes of, he chose the literal spawn of Satan, Chris Brown? Why? He spends most of his life either in the recording studio or in prison. If you wanted to switch lives with a hip-hop star with lots of money and more free time, why not Lil Wayne or Kanye West or Post Malone or Chance the Rapper or even Justin freaking Bieber? At least they're not being accused of stalking or assaulting women all the time. Then again, maybe Chris Brown does suit Lil Dicky's tastes.
I'ma get on Yelp in a minute and review this piece of shit place like only a kite know how. Unless you take the extra coffee off, I might get loud.
I'm not going to play every single lyric no matter how bad the whole thing is, but I will play the most questionable lines from beginning to end.
Holy shit, I got a kid.
Okay, I know this is Lil Dicky and Chris Brown's body, but for some reason that line brings me a lot of concerns.
Oh, I can sing so well.
Nice auto-tune.
Wonder if I can say the N-word. Wait, can I really say the N-word?
Again, this is the body switch deal. However, if someone has to ask if it's appropriate to say certain words like that out loud, the common sense answer would be no.
What up, my nigga? What up, my nigga? Big ups, my nigga. We are my nigga. You pussy ass nigga. Man, fuck y'all niggas. Cause I'm that nigga.
But then again, these are not normal people we're with here.
I'm in Chris Brown's body. I drive his Ferrari, and I'm like skin black.
Are you kidding me? Was this the whole reason you decided to create this song? Did you really want to do this song because you wanted to praise the part that you're a black music artist? And you think that's why fame is so great? If the N-word thing was not racist before, the amount of warning alarms going on in my head right now are causing me to get a migraine. There is no correlation with being rich and famous and being black. So that whole entire line does not make any sense. I mean, if this song were political, maybe that line can go somewhere. But guess what?
This shit is real weak.
Thank you, Chris Brown and Little Dicky's body.
Ain't nobody judging cause I'm black or my controversial past.
Oh, shut up. You're not much better.
Hey, I'm a blood, but I can finally wear blue.
Please stop.
Why's his mama calling all the time? Leave me the fuck alone, bitch.
So this is the person Little Dicky wants to be. Why am I not shocked by this?
Wait, if I'm in Diggy Body, Breezy is who? Hope my daughter's in school.
Wow, Chris, I'm actually happy that your daughter is now one of your concerns, especially after...
How's Dick staying perched up on his balls like that?
That.
I look at my soft dick with the light. It's my dream dick.
That should never, ever, ever come out of a person's mouth.
Welcome to that motherfucker.
Wait, think it through for a sec. If you hurt me, then you only hurting yourself.
But wait, I love myself.
That was the key, now it's switching back.
The ending to the song is that the only way their bodies can go back to normal is if Chris Brown said that he loved himself. Why is that a shocker to no one? And that, and the chorus, is the end to this POS song from two POS artists. Well, I guess that's the best outcome for this. Wait. There's more to the song, is there?
And now I'm in Ed Sheeran's body. It's way less cool than being Chris Brown was.
What?
Actually, I think you want to be Ed Sheeran. First of all, there's no drama. Secondly, you will have a lot more money than Chris Brown any day of the week.
I'm DJ Khaled. Why am I yelling?
Okay, I'll admit, that is the funniest thing to ever come out of DJ Khaled's mouth ever. Too bad this is the only good part of the song.
I'm Kendall Jenner.
Why the hell is she here? Kendall's not a rapper. She's not a singer either. Nor does she just sit on her butt and direct people to sing or rap. She's just not associated with music in general. Why on earth would she be here? What is she a reference to that? Oh, no.
I got a vagina.
Don't do it.
I'm gonna explore that right now.
No, God!
Holy shit, I got a vagina.
No, God, please, no!
I'm
No!
gonna understand the inner workings of a woman.
No!
How? How did this happen? How on earth did we get a Billboard Hot 100 hit with an ending like that? Did Little Dicky really think he was going to get away with a Jenner singing about Little Dicky's soul is going to experiment with how girls masturbate in a pop song? Not just that, but this idiot thought it would be funny to sing that and have her voice auto-tuned like it wasn't really her. I would normally critique here that Dicky should have gotten, like, I don't know, a professional female singer or rapper to, to take Kendall Jenner's place. But then I realized, no sane person would ever let those words pass their lips in a serious nor joking manner. All except Kendall, who first sold her soul to that unintentionally racist Pepsi commercial, so who cares if she sings about a perverted guy and a woman in her 20s' body? Is this where pop music has come to? Has it? Now, granted, I don't think they played that ending on any radios because, for one, the song is already stupidly long as it is, and two, it's way too inappropriate for the general public. But here's the thing. I first heard this on the internet, where nothing is censored. Or at least I thought it wasn't. And more likely than not, that's where everyone else heard it too. We know it's there, so why? What purpose did Freaky Friday have? I can assure you it's not positive, and I can also assure you my innocence is forever lost now, and so is yours. Though we are really past the point, and I've pretty much overstayed my welcome on this one song, I still refuse. I refuse to believe that professional music writers and producers would let two people named Lil Dicky and Chris Brown write a song that's basically a 3.5 minute long Family Guy episode. I refuse to believe that. Like how Jewel refuses to believe that casualness and casualty are different words, or how Kanye doesn't want you to believe in the 13th Amendment, or those plebs who don't believe that the world is actually round. I'm Cait, Cher, and may God bless us all. May God bless us all in 2019. I beg of him, please let that happen.